Today we're doing a high heat method roast beef, the easiest roast beef you'll ever make in your life. Give it a shot.
All right, guys, so here's our roast. This is about a 2.5 pound roast here. This was a whole sirloin tip or a ball tip, but I cut it in half and made steaks and some little medallions out of it. So with this, we're just gonna keep it extremely simple. We're gonna use a bowl here. I'm just gonna put my roast in the bowl. The only thing I'm going to do to this is I'm going to marinate it with Dale seasoning. I love this seasoning. It's good for marinating beef, chicken, pork, whatever. But again, it's a soy-based seasoning and it's super potent, so it's going to provide all the sodium and the seasoning that you need. And we're going to put some Worcestershire in there too, as well as to get that nice rich flavor that you get from that. And what I'm going to do after we're done adding our marinade to the bowl, I'm going to put it in the fridge.
And we're actually going to let this marinate overnight. We're going to go ahead and rotate the meat around every few hours or whatnot. That way we can make sure that all the pieces of the meat are well marinated.
This is going to be a pepper beef. So the only thing after this, after I'm done letting it marinate, that I will add to this is a ton of black pepper and maybe some garlic. And that's going to be it before we throw it on the smoker. Go ahead and cover it up.
All right, guys, so we've got our roast coming out now. We marinated it overnight in that Dale seasoning. So the seasoning is perfect. Now, all we're going to do now is just add a nice thick layer of black pepper on this. We're making more of a pepper beef. It's going to be great for sandwiches, and you can just eat it by itself, but it's really going to be good when you warm it up for your roast beef sandwiches or even a roast beef wrap. Heavy on the black pepper. If you wanted to add garlic to this, you could do that as well. The way we're going to be cooking it, we're going to be doing a high heat oven method. So essentially, you're going to set your oven to 500 degrees and you're going to be cooking this roast for about 5 to 8 minutes per pound at 500 degrees. Then you're going to turn the oven off and allow that roast to stay in that oven and sit in there for a couple hours. The temp's going to come down and it's going to cook to a nice, beautiful, rare roast. Now, if you don't like your roast beef rare, then you can leave it in there just a little while longer, maybe up to 10 minutes to get a medium, so on and so forth. But I like mine rare because when you reheat it, you're not going to stand the chance of drying your roast out during reheat. All right, here's our roast. You can see it's got a nice crust of black pepper on it. That Dale seasoning has penetrated this meat well, so you're not going to have to worry anything about that. I don't know if it's available in your area, but if it is, you guys give that seasoning a try as well. Again, got the oven preheated to 500 and we're going to let it do its thing. All right, here's our finished product. Again, it only cooks at temp for about 13 minutes because this was a 2.5 pound roast, 13 to 14 minutes. You can see how beautiful that outside crust is, how that black pepper has got nice and crusty on that outside of that roast. But when we cut this bad boy open, you're going to see that nice, beautiful pink interior. And again, when you reheat this and you put in the skillet to make roast beef sandwiches or anything, you're going to want a rare piece of steak. That way you don't overcook this thing. Created its own juices. It's going to be a good one, guys. We're going to get into it and let's get it cut up. All right, let's cut this bad boy open. And it cuts just like butter. Nice and rare on the inside. And you know, quite naturally, the outside is going to be closer to a medium. The closer you get to the center, it's going to be your rare. But we're going to take those drippings that's inside that pan and put it with this meat. And again, it's going to make for some great roast beef sandwiches. If you wanted to just eat it like it was, plain with some veggies, you could do that as well. But we're talking sandwiches, wraps, and breakfast skillets with this roast beef. So it will be reheated and it will cook a little further once you do that. But this is exactly what we're looking for. Super simple, and it's a no-fail method to always ensure that you're going to have a nice rare to medium rare roast beef cooking at this high heat way. So again, we got a lot of it cut up right now. You can see how good it looks. This is more of a medium here, but you've got some medium pieces, some rare pieces, and some close to medium well on the outside, but typically this whole thing is cooked perfectly. You can see how juicy it is. Y'all give this method a try. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to try that Dale seasoning with some heavy black pepper. We're going to have a fire roast beef every single time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. God bless.